Viewers, in this video I'll give you an update about three fronts. Firstly, Al Asabiah and Gharyan front. Secondly, south of Tripoli front, viewers. And thirdly, Al Watiya front. What is happening at these fronts right now? Which side is in control of which areas? And we know that Al Mismari, who is the spokesperson of LNA, he announced that LNA forces, they have actually done tactical withdrawal from these areas, and LNA forces are repositioning themselves. Is this tactical withdrawal, repositioning, or it is retreat? That is what I'll have a look at, and very impartially and neutrally, viewers. Firstly, viewers, this Al Asabiah and Gharyan front. Before having a look at this front in detail, I want to show you a map, viewers. Just have a look at this map. In this map, viewers, you can see that there is Mizda at bottom. Mizda is a very important place because very close to Mizda there is the supply route of Haftar forces. This supply route is to the south of Mizda, and just a few kilometers to the south of Mizda, this supply route it passes. From here it goes to Nesma, then Bani Walid, and then Tarhona. This is a major supply route of Haftar forces for Tarhona, and apart from this route there is no other viable and major supply route for Tarhona, viewers. Now, to the north of this Mizda, you can see Al Asabiah, viewers. Al Asabiah, and to the north of Al Asabiah there is Gharyan, viewers, under the control of GNA right now. And to the east and northeast of Gharyan there is Tarhona, viewers. So Gharyan and Tarhona, Gharyan is very important for Tarhona because whichever side controls Gharyan, it will be in a position to put pressure on Tarhona. Now, viewers, we know that almost 10 days ago, when GNA forces took control of Al Watiya, they advanced towards Al Asabiah as well. First, they had some negotiations with elders of Al Asabiah. Then, when GNA forces they tried to enter Al Asabiah, suddenly dawn strikes and LNA tried to hit these forces of GNA. Fighting broke out, but ultimately GNA managed to capture this place Al Asabiah. After that, viewers, GNA forces they started moving towards Mizda, viewers, and at one stage they entered Mizda. But after that, viewers, LNA forces they launched their offensive and they pushed these GNA forces out of Mizda towards Al Asabiah. So Al Asabiah has been under the control of GNA for almost a week. But yesterday, viewers, things changed, and LNA forces they launched an offensive for Al Asabiah, and right now Al Asabiah is under the control of LNA. LNA forces they have pushed GNA forces out of Al Asabiah, and we saw dawn strikes and Russian pent siege as well, and GNA forces now they are out of Al Asabiah. And now, viewers, LNA forces they are trying to move towards this area Gharyan. It is very important strategically, viewers, because if LNA captures this area Gharyan, the pressure on Tarhona it will be released, because we know that GNA it has been carrying out this siege of Tarhona. But if Gharyan is taken by LNA, pressure will be released on Tarhona, and LNA will have more than one supply routes for Tarhona. So now, since yesterday, LNA have stepped up their airstrikes on Gharyan, viewers. On the other hand, viewers, GNA is planning to retake this city of Al Asabiah from LNA. Can they do it or not? We'll see in the coming hours, viewers. But on this front, on this Gharyan, Mizda and Al Asabiah front, we can say that LNA now they are trying to regroup, reorganize, and they are capturing new areas. So if they retreated from Asabiah to Misda, now they are fighting back. Now they are in control of Asabiah. Here they are fighting and fighting back, and they are gaining new territory, viewers. Now second front, viewers, south of Tripoli. We know, just have a look at this map, viewers, then we'll discuss it. You can see Yarmouk camp, viewers, Hamza camp in this map, viewers. These two places, they were captured by GNA just a few days ago, and we heard that LNA forces, they have retreated from south of Tripoli front. These two fronts, Yarmouk and Hamza camp, from these two fronts, viewers, these LNA forces, they retreated, but they settled, they repositioned at Qasr bin Ghashir and Tripoli International Airport. So they have fortified their positions at these two important places, Qasr bin Ghashir, and the other one is Tripoli International Airport, viewers. So they have retreated from some fronts in south of Tripoli, but it does not mean that they are out of this game, that they are out of Western Libya. No, they are repositioning themselves, and that is what was said by Al-Mismari, that they are repositioning their forces, they are realigning them. And viewers, we know that this area Qasr bin Ghashir, it is very important, because basically it is an extension of Tarhona. This area Ain Zara and Qasr bin Ghashir, it is basically an extension of Tarhona, and if this area falls to GNA, it will have a huge impact on Tarhona as well. That is why LNA forces, they are fighting here, and they'll fight till last, I think, here. So on this front, we can say as well that LNA forces, they have retreated, but they have repositioned themselves at some fronts which are more important, like Anzara, Qasr bin Ghashir, and this Tripoli International Airport. And viewers, when LNA forces, they retreated from Hamza camp and Yarmouk camp, they installed their landmines and booby traps, so it became difficult for GNA forces to clear those areas and move towards Qasr bin Ghashir and Tripoli International Airport. So it took some time for GNA to clear those areas and to move towards these areas of Qasr bin Ghashir and Tripoli International Airport, viewers. So fighting is still going on at these two fronts, Qasr bin Ghashir, Tripoli International Airport, and Zara, viewers, and LNA does not want to retreat from these areas, because if LNA retreats from these areas, viewers, it will have a huge impact on Tarhona as well. LNA will become weak in Tarhona as well. Now, viewers, third front, which is Al Watiya. You know that Al Watiya was captured by GNA almost 2 weeks ago. There almost no resistance from LNA. Rather, LNA fighters, they withdrew from this airbase, and they repositioned themselves at other places. And when, viewers, LNA retreated from Al Watiya, a spokesperson Al Mismari said that it was a tactical withdrawal, and this airbase, it will not be under the control of GNA for long. But so far we haven't seen any counter-offensive from LNA side to retake this airbase from GNA. Rather, GNA is clearing the areas around this airbase. We saw that Badr and Tiji, which are to the west of Al Watiya airbase, these two areas are under the control of GNA. So GNA is clearing those areas around Al Watiya airbase, and GNA, backed by Turkey, it is strengthening its position here on Al Watiya. On the other hand, despite this claim of Al Mismari that this airbase will not be under the control of GNA for long, so far no offensive has been seen, no counter-offensive has been seen from LNA to retake Al Watiya from GNA. So that shows, viewers, that at least on this front, LNA seems to have given up. They do not want to start a new offensive for capturing Al Watiya right now. They might start this offensive in future, in near future, but so far on this front, Al Watiya, LNA seems to have given up. But on the other two fronts, as I discussed earlier, south of Tripoli front and Al Asabiah front, they are holding on to their positions and they do not want to retreat from those areas. We'll see in the coming days what happens. But so far LNA is retreating, but it is also strengthening its position on certain fronts, and at these fronts they are fighting till end, I think. Thanks for watching.